it's MK, and I am here with another video for Use the Stuff, and I am also playing along with Pineapple Papers, Crystal Barrett's off the board all month long, and this is Amber Shaw's layout that we will be creating with, that I will be creating with today. It's been on my Pinterest board for quite a while, but it is found on Scrapbook.com under her handle, and I did not take a screenshot of her handle because I don't know if it's her handle anywhere else except for Scrapbook.com, but if you find it on Pinterest and click the visit button, you'll find it there. All right, so I just rolled myself a 4 and a 5. The first 4 is my color bins, so I'm going to pull out this beautiful ribbon. I spied it as soon as I pulled out my color bin. Now, one of the things that I do love about rolling the dice is some of the stuff that I pull out of this bin today, I would have never, ever thought to find them in at all. So I would have never used them. So here are a couple of vintage bottle caps that I found at a Hobby Lobby on clearance. Or in their little section, their red tag section or orange tag or whatever color they are. And I decided to go through them. And look what I found. I found one that says vanilla cream soda and another one that just says snowflake cream soda, but that wouldn't have worked. And another one that says Mama's soda. So those are both in yellow. It adds a little bit of blue, but I'm going to ignore it. But they are relevant to my photo. So I was like, oh, I got to. So, and I know that's not proper English, but I said it. My 49 and Market Wishing Bubbles are not dark enough. I also found these really old Stampin' Up! Felt images that have a little stitching in them. I would have never found these, you guys, if I had not have rolled a number 4. In all honesty, I never, ever. So my next number 4 is scraps. So I'm going to go ahead and use these hexagons that are scraps left over from a die cut that I used last month. So they're the inner bits of a frame that I made using my hexagons. I know that's cheating, but I already pulled them out, and I really didn't. I'm not going to be using a whole lot of papers on this. I also have my fiber or textiles, which I pulled out of my yellow bin already, and washi tape. So I'm trying to decide which washi tape, and lo and behold, I've got this gray dot sitting on my desk, so it's perfect. I've also revamped my washi tape. As I'm going through my room, it's just a very slow process. But I decided to go ahead and add my washi tape into the color bins, except for my multicolors, which I only have like maybe 6 multicolor washi tapes. And they're more like rainbows, so they start off as a color. So on the washi roll, right now they maybe look like they're green, but when you roll it out, it's got a little bit of the rainbow inside. So I just went ahead and left those on their little rod that I've had all my washi on, but I'm hoping, since I'm using this dice game and having to pull out washi and color bins, I'll be able to play with them a lot more. Like I said, the little amount that I am doing the washi tape is definitely going to take me forever to use my washi. All right, so the last bit was that I am explaining that I'm doing an 8.5 by 11, and I pulled out this wood grain from another close to my heart. It's like a scrapbooking kit, so it's already pre-printed on there for you to do their design. I just wanted the wood grain, and the wood grain is not quite 8.5 inches wide. It's 12 inches long, but not quite 8.5 inches wide. So I decided to add this white paper as just a micro frame behind it to give me my 8.5. So I figured out what the length was for 11 and cut it down, and then that is going to just be my frame, which is going to be hardly noticeable. I'm going to trim my photos down as small as I can get them. The table that we were sitting on, we did not know this until we were getting ready to leave, but the table that we were sitting on at this restaurant was made out of a bicycle. I don't know if it was bought that way, if it was made that way. I'm not really sure. My kids pointed it out as we were walking out the door. And that's why there's a bunch of chairs and stuff inside it, because I just snapped a really quick photo just wanting to remember that, like, Mom, did you notice that? And I just was like, no, I was too busy feeding my face. So yeah, that is how that works. Or I would have, if I would have known a lot longer and we weren't like, hurry up, let's go, I definitely would have had everybody move their chairs and got a better picture of the table. But it was a quick snapshot and something that my kids wanted to point out. Also, too, I've got a picture of the drink that I drank, which is, I'm a sucker for vanilla cream soda, or even just cream soda, you guys. It goes down so smooth, and I just slurp it up like it is the last drink on earth. I don't know what's wrong with me. So, also, too, my son, so the kids, because this is my middle son, and he thinks that he is the oldest, and he, because he's the tallest, that he's too cool for the little kitty giveaways, right? Well, when the kids order and they're brave enough to place their own order and mommy and daddy don't do it for them, which our kids are way past that stage, they get a free giftie, and it was gummies. And so my son's gummy was this weird looking bulldog, and it just made us giggle, made us laugh. My kids all got like weird gummies as well, but they weren't as weird as this one. I don't know why I didn't get any other picture, but yeah, it's a gummy, you guys. It's like a giant fruit snack. So I don't know if they're made in-house or not at this amazing restaurant. This restaurant is located in Virginia City, Nevada, and it is called Ruby's Pizza, which has, you guys, it is so weird because it's Ruby's Pizza. Yes, they sell pizza, but we did not order pizza. And their mascot is a bulldog. And so it looks all grungy and steampunky when you walk in, and then it's like a pizza diner. It is just, I don't know, you guys, I find the combination in my brain hard to comprehend. But anyways, I was going to punch out some hexagons from the other side of that dictionary paper that I had that had the hexagons and the hives and the bees and all that good stuff. I was going to punch all that out and make the layout just like in the inspiration. And when I looked up, I saw that there was, I know I'm way off voice because I keep teetering towards the story rather than what I'm doing. But when I looked up, I saw all these cork pieces that I believe came from the same kit, but I can't be sure if they did or came from a different kit. I don't remember, you guys. This is why I need to use the stuff when I get the stuff and don't hold on to it. And so I decided to use the cork instead. Well, then I took my scraps, my leftover hexagons, and went ahead and sprayed them with Little Yellow School Bus, as well as the Mandarin Mai Tai. Both of them are from Shimmers. I love how the Mandarin gave the Little Yellow School Bus just a little bit darker of a hint, and that matched my yellows throughout the rest of the layout beautifully. Now, I have to also tell you guys that this layout came to be, like, you would have thought I would have totally went steampunk on this because that is the mood and feel I got from the restaurant. I definitely should have. However, this restaurant is kind of indoor-outdoor, so it's in the middle of an old saloon, not a salon. You don't go get your hair done. When the Virginia City was back in the day, right? And so basically they turned this saloon into a restaurant that was kid friendly. And so they open up all 6 doors, which the doors used to be, you could tell that they used to be those swinging half doors, where you could see their feet and their face, but not their torso. It used to be those. Now they're full-size doors, and there's 3 sets of them. And so they open them wide up during the day, clearly only in really cool months. Well, what I mean by cool is the good months. Bad weather, the city's pretty much shut down. And then over on the left, you can see where the old saloon used to be. You've got the bar, you've got the bottles all along the wall. You've just got that old school, I'm a saloon feel, right? And then in the center, you've got tables, tall tables, round tables, square tables, rectangle tables. They're all bar style tables, and they're all really super tall, and ours was too. And so, with that being said, you have to go all the way to the back of the saloon to order your food. And so it's like an indoor-outdoor because everything is exposed to the outside because you have to go all the way to the back to order your food. And it's just cool, you guys. The whole experience, the whole atmosphere was amazing. It was awesome. It felt like a saloon. It sounded like a saloon. It just had that feel for a pizza place. And it just seems so silly to me. So anyways, what drew me towards, my bees and the hexagons and all this other stuff, was not the inspiration. I actually had all this stuff picked out before I got the inspiration. It was the fact that I had my leftover hexagons from a retreat that I went to with Janet. Also, too, it was the bees that Janet gave me from her leftover. She did not want to use the bees from her Life in Bloom collection from Kit Conspiracy. So I had those sitting on top of these hexagons, and then my yellow film strip. So I had all of those 3 items, which if you count, there's more than 3, but there's those 3 elements sitting together, and I just wanted to use them. That's all it was, is I had all 3 of these elements together, and okay, I want to use all of these elements together. What would be good? Well, this would be good because I already started an outdoor layout for these pictures when I did a 2-page layout about this restaurant already. I've already named it Ruby's Pizza, and it's got the butterflies on it. It's everything. Because I was documenting the fact that it was an indoor-outdoor saloon, right? And so I thought, well, bees and butterflies go together, and this would be a great addition, especially when that yellow is in my other page, and this is going to be an insert inside that restaurant page. So I just thought that it was pretty cool to combine those together, and they still work. So from Heidi Swap, I've got these gorgeous yellow stickers, the tiny word stickers. One says hilarious because that little gummy was hilarious. And the other one says so silly just because of the fact that this whole restaurant just seemed like it was out of something. It was weird. It was combinations that I would have never in a million years thought to put together as a restaurant, and it would look good. I know, that's weird. So anywho, I'm going to go ahead and finish up. I did ink all of my bees. I inked around my hexagons once they were dry. I am going to pop them all up on foam, and I'm also using the leftover cork to help me out with all that foam. I have tons of leftover chipboard that I've pulled off of, I've pulled off all the elements, and now I've just got the negative of the chipboard. So I'm going to start using those to help me add dimension to my layout. I also went over to my die cut machine and flattened my my bottle caps so they're not so thick. I love doing that. I have just discovered that I can flatten my flare in the same manner, so I am super stoked about that. Hopefully I'll be able to show you guys that here real soon, but I really can't take you to my die cut machine. That's the only problem there. All right, so then I am going to go ahead and, because I added some yellow felt hearts, I'm going to go ahead and add the cork hearts as well, just to give it that little enamel dot sprinkling type of thing. And I think it also helps fill in the fact that I purposely meant to add hearts on the layout when I could have added more hexagons, for sure. Or I could have used the stars. I just now see stars over in the over on the right. That was also in the felt. So I definitely could have done that. I'm checking to make sure that I did not forget anything, and I forgot the washi. So what on earth am I going to do for the washi? Well, I'm going to add it behind all my tiny words and make sure that they are a little bit more visible, which I'm not sure if that worked or not, but I'm just going to add a little bit here and a little bit there above my photo with the gummy, and then of course below where the photo is of the bicycle, and then the third one was just a teeny tiny little bit behind the word so silly, and then make sure that I have everything. I pulled that heart up and it popped up, so I had to re-glue it down, and then I'm going to take this the leftover of my hexagon and just add it into place, even though you won't see it. I just didn't want to hang on to it, and I can't throw it away because it was a really good hexagon. I just couldn't throw it away. All right, checking to see what else that I have to add, and I think I am good to go. So that is my layout inspired by Amy Shaw's layout that I pulled off of Pinterest. I am so super stoked that, I am so super stoked that I went through my color bins, because I would have never added the felt elements or the bottle cap elements for a bottle picture. That just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, it does make sense. It really does. I'm just being sarcastic because I know that in almost every color bin that I have a bottle cap because I took the vintage bottle caps and separated them by color. Am I hoarding them because they're so hard to find, or is it the fact that I just really don't think about using them? All right, Amber Shaw, thank you so much for sharing your layout with everybody on Pinterest. Be sure to check out the link down below to see who else is playing along with Crystal Barrett on Off the Board. And don't forget to use your stuff. Please check out Janet Fritz to see what she is using her stuff with, or to see how she's using her stuff. And thank you so much. I'll check y'all later. Bye.